don't touch these two together when it's plugged in, otherwise you blow up your power supply. You want to know how I learned that?
Fixes?
Speaking of fixes, your washing machine is broken, so Jay's over here doing some laundry. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Well, I finally make it. Oh, should we start that one over? I may edit that out. I may just keep it in there. You know how I roll. This is Pinball Shenanigans, right? If it's your first time, then get used to it. I am very, very shenanigandous. Alright, so it has been a while since I have worked on Countdown, and by a while I just mean like 3-4 days or something like that. Last week it was Monday. I was working on it last week sometime, but it was a busy weekend, packed full of some more pinball shenanigans, so just check out my last couple videos and you'll see. But anyway, today is, well, going to be LED day, LED day. At the very least, I'm going to install LEDs in the back box, and going to install LEDs in all the inserts. There's my loose to-do list. There's more that needs to be done than was on this list, that's for sure. But the clutch trick to make these LEDs look even more amazing, I mean these lights look more amazing with LEDs, is you gotta clean this gunk underneath the inserts. So just a little paintbrush dry will do that. It's just carbon. It just dusts right off, and I'm gonna do that to every insert. That way the LED lights will shine through nice. As you can see the ring of crust there. And after that, I'm gonna see what else I want to do. The most important thing is the flippers. We played some test games, and they're in need of a little love. So at the very least, new sleeves, clean up the mechs, see if there's any parts that need to be replaced, or file some coil stops or plungers, or replace them, or maybe end of stroke switches need to be replaced. We'll check into all that. But other than that, I'll double check all the switches are working. Ray seemed to think that the in-lane wasn't registering. Oh, I know. The other big thing really is we're gonna have to do a little research on this soundboard. One of the sounds is missing, so this is probably like tens, hundreds, thousands. And it is our thousands that is not working. So, this looks pretty simple. It looks like there's kind of 3 circuits. You got an IC chip, you got a couple diodes, and a green capacitor for each of the circuits there. And you got a volume, and you even got 3 different capacitors. I wonder if that is one for each of the 3 circuits. So, and then this is probably an amplifier, another chip over here. Anyway, it's so simple. I don't really repair soundboards necessarily on the reg, but maybe I can figure this one out on my own. We'll check out the schematics which we got here, and if they're not here, I'll find them somewhere, and we'll see if we can get that fixed. I may not have the parts for that, probably don't, but I hope it should be something simple. Yeah, so that's the plan for tonight. And what else is on the to-do list? Yellow drop target if I have one. Vacuum out the cabinet. Actually, the cabinet was really clean. Someone must have already done that. I'll probably do one at the very end. Charge the displays, right? Okay, new end of stroke switch. They're all in all actually pretty good, but for the time it takes, which is maybe 10 minutes, I can probably charge all 3 displays. The player 1 is fine. These guys could just use a little boost, player 1 and 3. And I'll show you what I mean about charging displays if you haven't seen that before. Just add some voltage to the filament, burn off some crud. Hopefully we'll get around to that tonight. But the most fun thing to do is the LEDs, so we're going to start with that. I shall report back. Alright, I'm going to start with the back box LEDs. Simple enough to do. Someone just put in a few random blinker bulbs, which to me they don't seem to... I doubt that that is factory. I think that is just someone's little add-on there, because that would just be kind of making this girl flash a little bit. But the manual would tell me if there are any 455 bulbs in the back glass. I don't think there are. And I may not use friggin' 27 LEDs across the top. One LED is probably good for 3 incandescents, so I may only put like 5 up there. I don't need to obliterate the back glass with light. I just need to illuminate it nice and comfortably. So there's no need to go 50 LEDs in the back glass. Yeah, so I'm gonna work on that right now. Well, what do you know, looking at the schematics here, I pulled out some more 455s out of the controlled lamp section, and shoot again light and game over light are indeed 455 bulbs, blinker bulbs. So I don't have any LED versions of those, so they're just gonna have to be LED non-blinkers. Alright, check out the progress. I got 2 LED bulbs in, and now I gotta go to the grocery store. Well, we're gonna go actually get some munchies, so got 2 bulbs in though. Okay, I'm back. We've got plans to eat some munchies and watch some TV. In about half an hour, I'm gonna go up before Jamie passes out. So I gotta try and see how fast I can blast through this and at least try and LED everything is my goal within that 30-minute time frame. So here we go. All right, there we go. Back box is LED'd, and I didn't use every lamp socket like I said. And as a matter of fact, I had one here, but you could see the bulb kind of in your eye through the wear there. You can see the socket. And then I think one up here was kind of doing the same thing. So I was selective about where I put the socket. Like, I mean, the bulb, you can see here, a little bit of wear. If I put an LED behind there, you'd kind of be able to see that in your eyes. And kind of like that. So I picked the best spots, not all the spots, and I would say that looks pretty darn good. All right, time to do the underside. Pulled out my ball. Look at this, just after a few games. You know what that is? That is just stuff that came off the new rubbers. The new rubbers can be kind of chalky, so that travels onto the ball. It makes your ball look like friggin' diseased. So what I normally do, and I forgot I hadn't done it yet, is clean up all the rubbers with a lot of rubbing alcohol. Get off that kind of film so it doesn't come off on your ball and make it look like it's all rusty. So clean rubber on the list. All right, can you see the difference? Obviously, look at the difference in like the inserts. So here's an example. Just pop out the bulb. Just take my dry paintbrush, and I find if you use a wet brush, you're really just smearing all the dirt around. If it's really heavy, you can get your Q-tip and rubbing alcohol out, which I often do. But we're gonna throw in natural. That's warm. These are white inserts, so we're gonna go natural. So let's center the bulb into the insert. And there we go. Much better. Okay, I think I pulled it off. It's under 30 minutes, and I've got the Playfield LEDs done. Just did the coin door ones, and here we are. So there was a 455 blinker here, which is the saucer up top. It would kind of go on and off, and it tricked me into thinking that it was some programming for the Pascal skill shot. No, it's just a 455 bulb. So that's been remedied. So I color matched the greens and the reds and blue. And then I took some creative liberties and changed the 10,000 to orange and the 20,000 light to pink to signify achievement. And then the green and the blue over here weren't all that distinct with incandescent. Now with LEDs, they are very much so. Oh, I missed one. We got a pink extra ball. Oh, this is gonna hurt my clock. And I accidentally dropped a friggin' LED inside the frame of the coin door there, silly. Let's throw on the light. We're gonna go with one of these guys. That should do the trick. I like that Gottlieb used a couple pink inserts here and there. Okay, is that gonna go off during attract mode? I think in normal system one, or in a lot of programming, it doesn't go off. Probably not here either, because it's just a thing. I think they don't want you thinking you got an extra ball when you don't. You run up to the machines like, oh, extra ball light's on, I'm gonna play. But no. Okay, so we won't see that in attract mode, but let's put the playfield down and have a look. One moment. Okay, here we go. Let's zoom in a little, take off the flash. So Gottlieb used some opaque inserts, which you can't really see through, and then a couple sort of clear inserts. See this? You can, if you look closely, you can actually see the bulb. It's a different style insert. It's more clear. I think the blue is also, yellow is more opaque. Here's my 10,000 light, 20,000 light, color matching LEDs. Oh, my blue isn't all that very blue. Oh, I thought that insert was green, so I went green. So I have to change that to blue, so it looks more like this. It'll be the exact same as that. Yeah, okay. Good eye. And then the last one's up top. These two look like they're a little bit different in color, but I swear I used the same bulb. I'll look at that too. Oh, and look, you can really see the light underneath the saucer now. And the rollovers are maybe a little more illuminated, being converted to LED. Okay, so I got a couple tweaks. Blue, one of those guys. Maybe they're like two different natural whites from different suppliers or something. But it's very, very, very subtle. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up for the night, but I won't wrap up this video yet because it was just a quickie. But I'll come back and do some more stuff, and we'll wrap this up probably tomorrow. All right, I'm back. It's another day, another dollar, another countdown, and I've already fixed the LEDs that I was talking about on the last one. This is now blue to match. Yeah. And in fact, these were two different bulbs. I don't know if they were just two different of the same style bulbs from different batches, but they were both natural light, you know. Anyway, those are now matching. So I think next thing we're gonna do is charge up some displays. So let me get my power supply. We can use this outlet right here. Boom, boom, boom. Bob's your uncle. I'll show you how I do that. I'll be right back. All right, I haven't actually done this in a while, so hopefully I don't screw something up. I didn't bother double checking the procedures, but I think I got it. So this is just a power supply here, and I can do 5 volts or 12 volts. Yellow is my 12 volts. So Oh, Sean Russell's texting me. He wants to come over and play Terminator 3, shoot here and here. I don't have it set up yet, but hopefully sooner than later. But, so I've got the connectors connected to the outmost pins on the display. Display is disconnected. That is muy importante. And, oh, don't touch these two together when it's plugged in, otherwise you blow up your power supply. You want to know how I learned that? Alright, here we go. Let's plug this in. And actually I'm going to turn off the flash and bring you over to the display so that maybe you can see the elements. So we burn off some. I really should put tape over that so I don't blow up anything, but my 12 volts at least is got some tape on it. Here we go, plugging in. There we go. Can you see that? The elements are lighting up there, burning off all the crud. You should have 4 elements. If you only have 3, then you're missing one. So I like to do this for, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 seconds. Might have gone as long as 30 before. I can look at the timer on my phone here to see how long I've been going. But apparently if you go too long, you can burn out one of those elements. So I'm going to disconnect now. All right. So I'm going to do that to players 2 and 4 now, and then see how everything looks. Because I think the credit display in player 1 were fine. So I'll be right back. Okay, so are they called elements or filaments? I don't know, one or the other. And also, upon closer inspection, there's 5 of them, not 4 of them. But here we go. Look at that. I don't know if you remember before, but it looks much better now. I'm very happy with this. All pretty much equal brightness. Yeah, all right, cool. Displays are charged. And next I gotta clean up all the crud off of my rubbers. Remember I told you? There's like a bit of a chalk on these things. And also, you can't just wash that off your hands and then eat potato chips, because if you touch your finger to your tongue, it tastes like nasty rubber. Ask me how I know. I cannot rubber a pinball machine without having that happen to me. I wash my hands thoroughly, but it just stays on there. Kind of like hot sauce, right? You can wash your hand for a while, but if you touch an area of your body when you're going pee after some really hot sauce and you've washed your hands, it can still burn. Ask me how I know that too. They're getting all kinds of information today. Anyway, where am I at? Cleaning rubbers, cleaning my ball, because that is rubber crud. Alright, ball's cleaned. And I went with lots of rubbing alcohol, 99%, over all of the rubber where it makes contact with the ball, including the upper flipper rubbers and lower flipper rubbers, which kind of actually made them look better because they were a little chalky looking. But as you can see, there's rubber everywhere on this machine. There is probably like 3 feet of rubber, maybe more than that, like linear feet if you measure it all out. 4 feet of linear rubber. So hopefully that will help prevent crud transfer. So I'll have to check my to-do list, but definitely the most important thing, probably for now, is to get these flippers nice and snappy. So there we go, it's coming along. Kind of see the little bit of sheen on the playfield now that I got a good angle. So the Novus has done its job, so that's good. I got Sean Russell texting me again. I'll have to see what he's saying. And nope, all right, I'll be right back. All right, let's see what we're up against with these flippers. So, like I said before, it looks like someone added a diode, a new diode, to every coil, which I guess is a good thing. Do the Gottlieb coils normally have diodes? I'm gonna guess yes, but maybe I'll check after. So for sure, we gotta at least clean and adjust the end of stroke switches, take a good look at them. How are they looking? Might not be bad. I might possibly get rid of these. Yeah, I'll probably zip these guys off as recommended. Gonna remove the stops and check out the sleeves and whatnot. This guy over here, for whatever reason, there is a little bit of, looks like hot glue. Maybe the tab come loose a little bit. And this red wire is awfully short, so is the green wire. So, someone has done some work on here. I mean, this is not factory, so I don't know if someone replaced an end of stroke switch at once upon a time. Here, let's take a look. Ah, see that like barrel there? Plastic little barrel shaped nylon spacer. I think that's more of an EM switch. What is more normal for Gottlieb is that. It's all one piece and it's got a little triangle. So there we go. Someone did replace the right end of stroke switch, but it's not correct. So odds are I'm probably gonna see if I have a couple new end of stroke switches to replace those. Clean up the mechs, change the sleeves, and I bet you we'll be happy after that. Take a closer look at this, whatever's going on here. I have new coils if needed, but I'll start getting into these things, tearing them apart, and I will report back. All right, here's where I'm at. I pulled out some Gottlieb flipper coils, and so it does appear as though they do come with diodes, and they are kind of mounted like way off of the whole bobbin there. You know, like most of your coils are like, this diode is right along the bottom, along the legs, like or along the bobbin. These typically do seem to be mounted way up. That looks like it's not original, a little mini diode there, so that's why that one's different. That's probably a replacement. Here's a new one, obviously has a diode, and then here's another original used one. Looks like maybe that's a replaced diode. Anyway, diode is good. I've got extra coils if I need. This one looks to be, actually this is new old stock, I think. Doesn't look like there's ever been solder on that middle lug. And then brand new, which funnily enough looks like there almost was solder there. Oh, but that was just for the diode. Anyway, I grabbed my bag full of end of stroke switches. That can go in there, that can go in there. This guy here. And I didn't find anything, so I was very sad. But I kept digging, and in that bag there was a part kit, and boom, look at this. 2 brand new end of stroke switches. These guys are important. That's where the power travels through. So brand new ones of these will make a nice difference, especially the fact that the other one up there and on there is incorrect. Someone's been lubing. There's the old coil sleeve. And there's grease on there. It is nasty. Look at that. It's like they gave the machine some love, but just didn't have sleeves to replace. And then, yeah, so I've kind of cleaned up the mech, cleaned the inside of the coil, clean the plunger, link, coil stop, and yeah, we'll whip this up, put it back together again, new understroke switch, and see how it behaves. And I realized that in order to snip this off, I kind of have to remove the flipper bat and the whole mech, and I'm not doing that because it ain't broken, so I'm not fixing it if it's broken. I mean, not broken. If it ain't broken, don't fix it, or something like that. Ooh, check this out. And don't tell Jamie. Just remove the end of stroke switch, and look. It's a spider's nest. I'm assuming he's dead. If he come running out at me, I might have been screaming. But no, he's just mush. Bye-bye, Spidey. Alright, this guy's all cleaned up. New sleeve. New end of stroke switch all wired up. I'll do the final adjusting of it after, but right now it's actually pretty good. So I started on the other flipper, and the coil stop is different. So I think the one on the left might be a reproduction, and this is just an original. And look what happened here. The old hot glue fix did not work. Jay Eaton. The hot glue fix did not work. Look.
Stupid fixes.
Speaking of fixes, your washing machine is broken, so Jay's over here doing some laundry. Right on, right on. Anyway, so this is garbage, and these wires are too short. So I am going to replace this coil, replace these wires, replace this end of stroke switch, coil sleeve, and see this coil stop's probably fine. If I find it is not, then we will replace it, but we'll see what happens. All right, I think I'm done. So we got 2 new end of stroke switches. Got Jay here supervising the mission. Boom. And he came in handy a couple times. One, he suggested that for the 3 wires that go onto one lug, that I finally bust out the old flux. So that was a good idea. That worked well. There's a few missing parts, like the little plate. One of those plates was missing, so I found one of those. One of the screws for the right coil stop. Oh, is that it?
This handy tool?
Oh yeah, Jay reminded me that I have the stripping tool. Thank you. I reverted back to here just by being on autopilot. That was the other thing. Where is that screw? It was a nasty wood screw that was here. And I took my tapping kit, re-tapped these holes, found another screw, Gottlieb system 1 screw. There it is. That's like the same kind of screw that came out of my white water, securing the opto mechs to the side of the cabinet. Those are nasty. They get stuck in the opto boards. So I also trimmed down this spring because it was a little slacky. Now it's returning pretty good. We think we got the end of stroke switches adjusted. Everything's all clean, happy and snappy. So here's the other sleeve that we pulled out of there. Yeah, pretty gross. And here, let me go into this mode here so you can see better. This is the one end of stroke switch. And then here's all the other nasty. It's the other end of stroke switch. It doesn't even look all that bad really, but maybe it is a little bad. But yeah, this is all remedied. No more of this crap. That pretty much, yep, it is. It's going in the garbage. What was that? It was like glass in there. Okay, so I think we're ready to test this bad boy out. I'll be right back. Okay, you're ready for action, boys and girls? Powering on. We got a ball somewhere here. There we go. I cleaned the ball and all the rubbers, Jay, so that hopefully we won't get all that crud on the ball. or that was Ray that noticed that. The transfer of rubber dust to the ball. Okay. How are the coils looking? Nothing, I didn't wire anything up wrong, okay? Nothing's locked on or smoking, so I don't got any diodes on incorrectly. Oh. Did I add this spring? I thought I added a spring. There was an extra one. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. That's the extra one. Okay, Jay, so you be the guinea pig and see how these flippers behave. Zoom in here. I have a feeling they're not going to behave. Oh, first game. Tilt.
How we tilt?
Oh, I bet you I know how we tilted. Soldering station. Yep. Good thing, because I was like, shit, I did wire up something wrong. There we go. Okay. That's funny. I just have a feeling the flipper's going to be weak. Because I don't know how solid of contact they're making. But we'll find out shortly. The suspense builds. Look at the ball save. That looks awesome. Oh, how are the bottom flippers? Ooh, that looked like a good flip. They're flipping. Sweet. Oh, so I just determined that the skill shot for the flipboard is if you plunge it into that hole up top without hitting either of the rebound rubbers on either side. Seem to be okay so far. It looks like, kind of looks like the left one is stronger than the right one, but okay, well, so far okay. Oh, look at my orange, nice save.
Yay.
My orange 10K light, that looks cool. All the LEDs look cool. Got the flashing extra ball and special action. See if you can light up the pink 20K light. You're close. Couple more targets or something. Get this green up top. Oh.
We're gonna knock those down.
There we go. One more. Yeah, there it is. 20K. Boom. 20 times 3x. Ah, I love the LED action.
Good ball 3.
Very nice. Okay.
We were playing 5 ball? Or
This. Oh yeah, because you tilted.
no, whatever.
Oh, because maybe because you didn't hit a switch when you tilted, that it didn't punish you.
Try to use the post.
There we go. Okay, and you got a match.
Yay!
Look at that.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Damn straight. Cool. All right. I'll have to play a game myself. Maybe we'll play a couple test games and see how this goes. But that'll be the end of this one. And there'll be some dialing in and fine tuning going on in the next one. And that may just be the very end of the series. Not sure yet. But time to play some pinball. See you guys on the next one.